Hello. We had the pleasure of
Thank
having
you.
Ivan in our room for a while. We had Lawrence, Sunil, Jane, who am I missing? Ahad and Brandon and Gillian. Thank you. Sorry, just going through the names quickly. Everyone that wasn't in the other room was in my room. It's been a lot easier. So I shared the experience how we used to do VIP private dining room presentations and it was all based on education. It wasn't referrals or anything like that. It was just education. We charged $200-300 a ticket in a private room with a presenter, and we used to find that was really, really effective for the type of clients that want to come to that. I've got a number of clients in my contact list that are very wealthy, and they're not coming to a big group forum type structure. They want to come to a beautiful lunch, and if they're going to give up their time, they want to eat well, drink well, and make it a really, really good experience with a really quality presenter. And I've done a few of those myself at Crestone Capital and Coda Wealth. They host them in their boardroom, have lunch put on, and get an update on what's happening in the markets globally and locally. And they've got very high net worth family offices. And it's a really great event. They're sort of investment bankers and private wealth managers for family offices. And I've been to a number of those, and they make it very exclusive. So that was sort of my take on what I thought could work. But the interesting feedback from the group was they didn't feel that we were maybe ready for that yet. The feedback was more around having the right people in the group. So building up the members to include some other professionals around
Architect
builders,
and solicitor.
architects, property lawyers, those sort of areas, and that would round out potentially the professions in the group. I'd said that perhaps a bigger sort of group might be an easier way to start to get clients to come along and sort of have an experience in a bigger forum and then bring it down to a smaller forum. So that was interesting. And then there's also feedback around how time poor the clients are. So the clients that, Gillian very succinctly noted that the clients that engage her that have that sort of capacity are very time poor. So it's not always an education piece. It's sometimes they get professionals in just to absorb the legwork that's involved, and that maybe bringing them into sort of forums might be challenging to capture them time-wise. And that time investment. And Jane also made some really great comments around how there are a lot of networking groups or business groups that put themselves out there as the experts in their sector. So how do we prove that? Where's our social proof? What is it that we're doing differently that really does make us stand out as a unique point of difference? It'll make these types of clients feel really comfortable to come into the room and give up their time to sit with a group of professionals when, let's be honest, you're right, Jane, everyone in this sector says they're the best. So what makes us actually the best, and how do we really relay that value to those clients? I suppose with some of that commentary, I hope I've reframed that appropriately, Jane, as to what you're trying to say there. So yeah, that was the core of the feedback. So I think it's about getting the right business people in the room and learning a bit more about each other before we invite the clients into that forum as well.